Hello, and welcome to Dolphin's Dive, the weekly strategically minded Handelabra stream hosted by Logic Dolphin. Handelabra believes in civil rights for everyone and in being as inclusive as possible, so any comments or activity actively working against those goals are not welcome and will not be tolerated. You can follow us at Handelabra Games on Twitch and Handelabra on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. You can follow me personally at Logic Dolphin on Twitch, Discord, YouTube, and pretty much any avenue. Sentinels of the Multiverse, Bottom of the Ninth, One Deck Dungeon, Aeon's End, and Spare Island are all available on Steam, iOS, and Android devices. One Deck Dungeon is also available on Switch, and Sentinels of Earth Prime is in active development, and you can find more information on those games at handelabra.com. Alrighty, here we are. Time for one-shots, but not this one. Just carrying on the backlog train. Cult of Gloom Recruitment Party. Randomized start. It's Halloween, and Gloomweaver is ready to play a trick on the heroes by recruiting some of their most depressed members. Absolute Zero, forever cold and unfeeling, cut off from the world lest his very skin burns mourning the loss of his true love. Unity, or is she really? The nagging thought that she is just a puppet dances in the back of the machine girl's head, too demanding to be ignored. Mr. Fixer, rage and failure, his students, his city, even his own life taken from him. Nothing to go on for, nothing but the fight. The multiverse has dealt this three a bleak hand, and with the gift of gloom, they will make it pay. Record scratch. No, snap out of it. It's almost the end of October, and you know what that means. It's not October. It's almost time for Christmas! Snap out of the funk and hit Gloomweaver with some cheer right upside the head. This one-shot is brought to you by the Cult of Gloom and requires Mini-Pack 1, Mini-Pack 3, still the best one, Rook City, and Infernal Relics. Back issue ended November 7th, 2017. It is Ultimate Gloomweaver versus Absolute Zero, Golem Unity, Dark Watch, Mr. Fixer, and Santa Guys in the realm of Discord. Random start, you say? All this delicious despair, I can almost taste it. Let me in, mortals! Tempers are running hot. Time to cool things down. Alright. Absolute Zero is starting with Coolant Blast, Glacial Structure, and 2 onboard module installations. Golem Unity has Cryobot, Hasty Augmentation, Swiftbot, and Volatile Parts. Darkwatch Mr. Fixer has Grease Gun, Jack Handle, Meditation, and Overdrive. Santa Guys has 2 Look What I Founds, Say Cheese, and a Total Beefcake. So, Gloomweaver. 4 zombie cards put into play. At the start of the villain turn, if 3 relics are in play, Gloomweaver flips. If 3 villain relics are in the villain trash, the heroes win. Whenever a cultist is destroyed, a zombie card is put into play from the villain trash. Advanced. Gloomweaver is immune to melee and projectile damage. Challenge. Villain relics are indestructible. Immune to melee and projectile damage. Oh, Mr. Fixer. If only there were a way that we could make you deal any type of damage. Also, Absolute Zero doesn't care about melee or projectile. Unity kind of does it. She's a mix and a match. Villain relics are indestructible though, so let's see what we get. The random start, but we always start with the 4 zombies. They're dealing 2 damage each. And we have the Cursed Acolyte. Awesome. My favorite. This decision doesn't matter. This decision doesn't matter. These decisions don't matter. And everyone is tied. It is a 4-way tie for lowest HP. I've been dealt no fire damage since there has not been a previous turn for Absolute Zero. Right. How do we deal with the Cursed Acolyte here? Do we have to sacrifice a fixer thing? Or not a fixer thing per se, but I guess we could ditch volatile parts. We don't really want to eat up Absolute Zero's things. We want him to get set up. And guys can put out a total beefcake. And then on subsequent turns, Fixer can just destroy guys' things. Feels like they go away anyway. Like, we would like to play and use Hoist Chain, or not Hoist Chain, Jack Handle, right? That kills all the zombies for us. And 3 melee damage to all non-hero targets. I mean, obviously, melee doesn't hit Gloomweaver, but it kills the zombies. Deal substantial damage to the Cursed Acolyte. And then fire damage to absolute 0 makes that 4. Does Unity take damage to put Swiftbot into play? We could put Cryobot out, but Cryobot would need to be hit for it to do something, plus an early Swiftbot is nice. Say cheese, but if we're playing Total Beefcake, we're not playing anything else. And I guess like if we leave the Cursed Acolyte in play, it will hit absolute 0 for fire, and that kills the Acolyte. Alright. I got a null point. I'll pick Isothermic, I'll play Isothermic, I'll hit myself for fire. And I drew an Isothermic! Theoretically, I could eat the Isothermic. I could also Hasty Augment. But either absolute 0, or either Fixer hits for 5 but destroys the Isothermic, or absolute 0 hits himself for 3. Either way, we do kill the Cursed Acolyte. But either way, we also kill the Isothermic, but we do have another one in hand. Would be nice to keep that out. Is it tasty? I mean, yeah, because the problem is if I play Jack Handle, like if I Hasty Augment Absolute 0 to do 3 damage, and then Fixer's turn, in order to finish off the Acolyte, I'll be playing Jack Handle and using it. Or not playing Jack Handle, but just anything, really. It doesn't have to be Jack Handle. I mean, it should be Jack Handle. That would kill the zombie serpents. We're absolutely doing that. Right, so then that would need to eat something, and if we're not playing volatile parts, then we're eating the Isothermic. In which case we really shouldn't. I guess it would be nice. So if I kill the Acolyte, you put a zombie into play from the trash, unless there are no zombies in play in the trash. So if I do if I do Jack Handle to kill all the zombie servants, but that leaves the Acolyte alive, then the Acolyte dying later puts a zombie into play. But if I were to kill the Acolyte first, there would be no zombies in play. So I guess sacrificing the Isothermic for that makes sense then. Accomplish that with Hasty Augment, and not really any reason for Absolute 0 to hit himself for 3 unless we want this to go off. Or see why I would want that. So theoretically, I could have not played Isothermic, since I didn't actually need that point of damage from Absolute 0. I could have done Glacial Structure in my hand at the start of the turn. Well, for the authentic Mint experience, we do not rewind. More volatile parts. Powered Shockwave. Oh. Right, that was the reason for Absolute 0 to do his thing, because that destroyed the Jack Handle. We don't have. Okay, well, we don't have Jack Handle anymore. Someday we will get the salvage yard. Probably should have thought about that one more carefully. We could do Total Beefcake. And then Fixer would eat it so that he could meditate into a thing. Yeah. Our general strategy with guys is to put stuff into play for Fixer to eat. Of course, this is, you know, Fixer plus guys is usually the combo you would want to have for ultimate shenanigans. Equipment and ongoing cards have max HP of 6. Realm of Despair permanently in play. Alright, cool. Each ongoing and equipment card now has a max HP of 6, such as Total Beefcake, such as Isothermic Transducer. At the start of the villain turn, each player may discard 2 cards or destroy one of their cards. If they do neither, Gloomweaver deals the hero 3 infernal damage. That actually includes presents. You can destroy presents with this. This is the saddest Christmas because we're destroying presents. So that we don't take damage. I guess we don't have to destroy presents. Your atmosphere is pretty safe here. There's no end of turn card place, right? I mean, there's the Chosen Disciple, but nothing that particularly says, yeah. I could just play Sub-Zero Atmosphere. Nothing in here says extra plays, is there? I think actually there is. Plays. But this is start of the villain turn, play the top part of the villain deck, yeah. But that doesn't change Sub-Zero Atmosphere's thing. The only risk would then be if there was ongoing destruction, which is, well, Realm of Despair is one way. There's very limited card destruction in this game, and I think it's all optional. Yeah. You could take 4 damage, but it's at the end of that hero's turn anyway, so it doesn't destroy Sub-Zero Atmosphere immediately. So yeah. Sub-Zero Atmosphere is safe, and I think since there's... Yeah, I'm just gonna do Sub-Zero Atmosphere then. And no need to hit myself. Not only is he causing untold destruction and making zombies, he's also destroying presents! The monster! Rude. Do I hit myself for 4 to put Cryobot into play? Guess I put volatile parts out for Fixer to eat. Ooh, and I can put another volatile parts out for Fixer to eat. Sure, why not? Playing fast and loose with my HP. I could destroy one of my golems so that my volatile parts go off. With Drum of Despair, I mean. And then I deal 2 damage to the Drum of Despair, which doesn't matter. Awesome. Right? Let's change our damage type. Bear in mind that guys can't high-five Fixer because it will destroy the style, because, oh yeah, I'm that guy, copies the text of the card, and this text says destroy all of their style cards in play. Infernal. Alright, Total Beefcake's going your way anyway. Yeah, these presents that we have, they're gonna go away. And they're indestructible on both sides, right? Yeah. This card is permanently in play. You could also discard 2 cards. Or destroy a card that doesn't matter. Guess we don't have a present for Fixer next turn. Unless we flip Guys' presents. I can do that too on Guys. To flip 2 cards. To do the first power to put the top part of each hero deck face down. And we will flip Guy's presence. Well, that's a one-shot. Discarded Indigo Pin. We discarded 4 targets? What? Oh, because equipments are targets. Yes. Discarded Tire Iron. Discarded Construction Pylon. We discarded Total Beefcake. And we discarded Indigo Pin. 4 HP worth of targets. There's no reason to hit the Drum of Despair except for a possible negative energy field? No. You don't want to hit it because it's currently second highest. And we also don't want to hit it for positive energy field because that would put it lowest and that would regain HP. Don't want that to happen. Want to leave it exactly where it is for the environment to be more focused on it than us. Say cheese. I could play it to hit Gloomweaver for 1. I could also just hold on to it for discard fodder later. Extreme. Okay. So did I get another? Hey, time flies. Nice. Perfect. No more imbued vitality. Yeah, we drew 3 look what I found. So look what I found. All my look what I found. I will destroy my present. I will destroy my present. I will destroy my present. And you... Well, we could destroy Extreme, but then Fixer still needs to eat something unless he doesn't want to deal damage this turn, which is also acceptable. We do have 2 volatile parts that we don't necessarily need. They always hit the non-hero target with the lowest, and if that puts the Drum of Despair into negative land, that's not good, right? So destroy Extreme. Fast following didn't get us a thing. Fast following got me the Cursed Acolyte back. Guess what? It's damaging immediately. Anti-Guys has the Indigo Pin. Nice. Don't have your thing. But I have this wonderful, fantastic thing, and it's not working because... Oh, this is hitting everyone. I have this fantastic Sub-Zero Atmosphere, but because the time flies, we proceeded to play an extra card at the start of the turn, so it didn't matter that we have Sub-Zero Atmosphere. Unity's hurting. Chosen Disciple. However, that was the end of turn play, or sorry, play phase. That was the play phase play, and therefore it doesn't go off. I would really like a jack handle now. I could do Grease Gun, I guess. We have play extra card, draw extra card. This doesn't block draws, does it? No, it does. It doesn't block it doesn't block plays, which is weird. I can play Grease Gun and another card. I play an extra card, draw an extra card. So you do get 2 plays absolute 0. You've been dealt 2 fire damage, so you could do Isothermic Coolant Blast if you wanted. Unity, this is an okay turn for Power Shockwave. We could do Brainstorm and see what we draw off that, and then Power Shockwave. If we draw a Golem, we could do Modular Workbench. Also, we have 3 plays anyway, because we have Swiftbot. That's nice. We also have a bunch of Look What I Founds that guys can't really use it. Crimson Bin is, what does that one do again? Gloomweaver deals them 2 irreducible toxic damage. Cool. Fixer has 2 plays, but doesn't really need 2 plays. You could play Overdrive. You play Overdrive twice, except I don't think that does anything. It just says, doesn't say use it an additional time. It just says use it twice. So I could use it twice, which means I use it twice. So Fixer's play isn't super exciting. You could destroy 2 things, sure. I mean, I think Coolant Blast is fine since I haven't dealt fire damage this turn. Coolant Blast Isothermic. How much is that power shockwave going for? 3? But yeah, we can finish off the cursed acolyte with that. That will also kill the subsequent zombie. Focused apertures is nice. Let's see what this is. It's a brainstorm and a raptor bot. So acolyte currently dies to powered shockwave. We'll hit the other things that are not indestructible. Play modular workbench and powered shockwave and discard brainstorm to put raptorbot into play. Raptorbot's not as good in this game because melee damage. I could just brainstorm again, but then I don't get modular workbench out. Let's dig more. Platform bot is better because energy. B-bot is okay, but it is projectile. Unity's at single digits. I probably shouldn't heal herself damage. I do want to finish off that acolyte and kill the zombie at the same time. Now we don't have HP recovery here outside of positive energy field. And it's gonna hit the golems. But Unity's a golem! Skip. Flash Forge is good. Flash Forge is good. Man, if that was a Flash Forge, I would have been so happy. How many Flash Forges do you even have? 2. So you could never have drawn 3 anyway. Bummer. You don't need to overdrive since the Chosen Disciple's dead to 1. You could also just use look what I found to kill the Chosen Disciple. This could be a good turn to skip the power. I could draw 3 cards, which means I'm more likely to draw the other jack handle or the salvage yard. I don't think I want to eat any of... I guess the only other card would be volatile parts. But I'm gonna skip. Let's draw more. Bloody Knuckles is good because we could destroy that with this power. Grease Gun is okay. Dual Crowbars is excellent. Not jack handle, but it's acceptable. Presents! Who could we even high five? That would be reasonable. Reveal the top card of their deck. If it is a one-shot, put into play. If it is not, discard it and deal that hero 2 psychic. Not a one-shot. Not a one-shot. That is a one-shot. I don't want to swap out my Greased Monkey Fist. I mean, I can't see what's in my deck when I do this, because that's cheating. But I can search my deck when I do this. This is actually kind of interesting, because in the physical game, you would definitely see the rest of your deck if you did this, and you would be able to figure out what is the present. But here, I don't. But it is not one of the styles. The styles are not under the tree. So which one would we take here? I mean, we're not using them, but I kind of like Riveting Crane. There's not very big chance of there being Like, it would only be Pouch of Bones or Profane Zealot that would matter for. But this reduces damage to zombies, which is not Gloomweaver in this version of Gloomweaver, and this is villain targets, but this has 5 HP and dies fairly quickly. I'll take Riveting Crane still. We're not playing it. That's a one-shot. I kill the Crimson Pin? Yeah. Could also high five. Fixer is a bad one because that destroys it, and Absolute Zero doesn't really provide anything. But we could just kill the pin. This is actually past the point where the pin matters. Then we've already dealt the damage. So I could just play a card for Fixer to eat. Let me see, that is not really helpful. I could play it on volatile parts to be funny. Putting on isothermic means Guise deals the damage instead of Absolute Zero. There isn't really fire damage going around, but it does prohibit Absolute Zero from hitting himself for fire. But then again, this is of course the game where you would love to steal Guise's or Fixer's stuff. So let's high five
liberty, truth, and Justin.
High five someone that's not Fixer. High five Absolute Zero. I have Coolant Blast now. Oh yeah, I'm that guy. Causes card stacked. All right, bye presents. Best card ever was destroyed. Chosen Disciple. Get the zombie, and the zombie goes off immediately. Voodoo Pin. Next to Unity. So the Voodoo Pin says, destroy one of your cards or be dealt damage. So at least you have cards to destroy. Destroys one of their cards? That also that includes presents. Yay! Okay. 2 plays still. I have been dealt no fire damage. So null point and focused apertures. And focus on the Chosen Disciple. Replays. So I have a modular workbench. I also have an inspired repair, and I might as well play that because that will heal my bots. Stealth bot is here. Good. Want that stealth bot. So I'm thinking of flash forging for pylons and stuff, of course. I want to keep the modular workbench so that I can get bots into play without hitting myself. I want to keep stealth bot and platform bot. I don't think I need raptor bot as much. I could ditch the other flash forge, or I could keep it to forge again, but like what am I discarding? I'm discarding raptor bot and B bot? Not really a good flash forge at that point, is it? Well, pylon for platform bot and stealth bot, and I take another pylon and I hold the other flash forge. And I take 2 pylons, unless one of them is face down. One of them was face down. No. Wait. No. I think one was face down and the other got discarded by some effect. I don't have as many pylons as I thought I had. Well, in that case, I'll just take platform bot. Pylon workbench. Stealth and platform. Oh no, I have to destroy one of my cards. This is the only damage we have. I don't have to hit the Chosen Disciple, because with Grease Funky Fist and Dual Crowbars, that's 5 damage. And we'll bounce the other part back to Gloomweaver. I guess I killed the Zombie Servant. Oh, I have another play. I have another play. I could Bloody Knuckles. Yeah. That's super damage. Infernal. I have to destroy one of my cards. Or one, not one of my cards, but a card. Ace Chain. Not really providing a present for Fixer. I could have played Let Me See That, I suppose, but it's fine. Ready reboot. Alright, Time Flies is gone. No more plus card plays and draws, but also no start of villain turn play, which is good. Presents. There's a Harmony. Profane Zealot is in the play to counter the imbued frailty, apparently. I only have one play, by the way. Forgot about that for a second. Cryo Chamber's fine. I turned into a tanky Absolute Zero, plus I'm not really expecting to deal super damage this turn. I mean, +1, -1 counters it, of course. Have I been dealt fire damage? No. Stealth Bot. I guess if Absolute Zero is not in single-digit HP, I don't need to do that. However, Unity still has 2 card plays. But no pylons in my deck. Flash forwards would only be for equipments or golems. It would only get me a platform bot or a B bot. I don't know how I feel about that. Let's do Supply Crate because that draws. Give me scrap metal. How many golems in here do we care about? Champion bot. We could claim Champion bot, I suppose. Discard scrap metal to put Champion bot in play. This is kind of weird because, like, the fact that Gloomweaver's immune to melee means I don't care about Raptor bot as much. I could put Raptor bot into play and it would nom on things that enter play. But might as well do things that contribute to the victory condition more so. I mean, like, Raptorbot can enter play eventually. Oh, I don't have any presents. Or, yeah, I don't have any presents for you to destroy. Guess it's volatile parts. And... Riveting Crane could make damage to Gloomweaver Irreducible. But we'd lose the Grease Monkey Fist. So we'll probably just kill off the Profane Zealot with Fixer. Doing 3 +1 +1 +1 -1, so he one-shots the Zealot. I don't need to hit him. We'll just, you know, make progress in the victory condition. And do I want to overdrive? I mean, it's damage. You have a +1 right now, so it wouldn't be the worst. Do we have things to destroy for it? We have volatile parts and a supply crate. Bullet blast, maybe? We're not really hitting absolute 0 for fire damage consistently, plus he has another one in his hand. If we try to leave the supply crate in play, then we do get 2 more card draw on Unity. Which, I mean, card draw is really good. So sure. Infernal. 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 Radiant. Yeah, we dealt 17 damage to Gloomweaver that turn. It's pretty good. Toolbox. You want this one? There's nothing there, guys. Nothing there. I could, let me see that on dual crowbars. I mean, it's just something for Fixer to eat, but he can't, yeah, we don't want him to actually steal the dual crowbars before Bitter Strike anyway. If we obviously if guys had combos going on, but since we've been destroying our presence, we don't actually have combos. That's annoying. Just a gritty reboot, I suppose. Deal damage to the non-environment targets with the highest HP. Hey, this isn't hitting Unity because of the Drum of Despair. Nice. No, you're fine. You're fine. You want the damage because you draw cards. Say what again? Again. Ophidia, but doesn't do anything. You deal damage based on the number of voodoo pins in play. Weirdly, the tooltip doesn't tell you how many voodoo pins are in play. It feels like that should be something. So I will blame John for not putting that information out there. Right. I was double checking this. I've been dealt no fire damage. So there's no -1 this turn. Let's do this. I mean, it is -1 to myself, I suppose. But it's +1 to you. Impale. All right, draw cards. So we're modular workbenching a platform bot. I think I hold on to Flash Forge at this point until I do the recycle or reshuffle so that I can get pylons. Because platform bot and 2 supply crates aren't really the best. And I have no other place. Huh. I mean, I could Flash Forge for supply crates and play supply crate and in total draw 3 cards off that. I suppose that's okay. It reshuffles faster, but it does mean I don't have a Flash Forge in the reshuffle. So I don't get the pylons immediately. I think I'm fine. I could play a Workbench for Fixer to eat, but Fixer already has a Gritty Reboot to eat unless he wants to overdrive twice, or strike twice. But he can play Toolbox and draw. He wants the Harmony, but he already found one. How many is left in there? 1. Let's not use a power. Or let's not play a card, and let's use a power. Let's discard the Modular Workbench to play Platform Bot. We can play Raptor Bot to kill Ophidia, I suppose. Not worried about Ophidia. I don't have a card to discard, or destroy now. I ran out of cards to destroy. Unless I destroy one of my bots. Cryobot's not getting hit. I destroy Cryobot. And I'm just gonna progress on the victory condition. I dealt 10 damage to Gloomweaver that turn. Theoretically, I could win, can't I? Can't I? I can't. I could overdrive to do, what was it, 9 damage twice? 18 puts him at 13, but that's not victory yet. It'd be victory by next turn, probably, depending on what Fixer draws. If guys had 2 card plays, he could do Let Me See That in Blatant Reference and get dual crowbars every turn. But he doesn't have 2 card plays because we don't have Time Flies anymore, and this is not base guys. And as fun as Santa Guys is, I kind of prefer base guys because base guys is easier to have combos going. That's really it. I speak ill of guys a lot, but I think that without the extra card play, a lot of guys' mechanics don't work. And Completionist Guys is my least favorite one because it's not even like that good. I drew Overdrive. I would have drawn Overdrive for next turn. I made a mistake. I mean, I'm already eating Gritty Reboot, right? So I'm leaving Toolbox in play, I guess. One's worse. Are the bubbles hitting Gloomweaver still? But probably. I guess I could have hit Absolute Zero. Maybe I would have won if I hit Absolute Zero twice. It's impossible to know. Actually, it's very possible to know. I just don't feel like thinking about it. I just don't. You're immune. I'm doing this mainly to kill Ophidia. Bubbles! This is now mainly hitting villain targets. Anti-Guys now discards cards at random. Awkward. If I had hit Absolute Zero for fire damage with Fixer, then Coolant Blast would have been even more damage. But I didn't do that thing because I didn't do that thing. Do I have something in here? Any equipments? Just the modules? I could modular realignment for damage. Or why not? Stealth bot. Well, none of this matters. We almost got the reshuffle. Oh no! Achievement progress. Well, we won, but at what cost? We could have won faster if I had hit Absolute Zero, and that was on me for not remembering that Absolute Zero was a valid target to hit. Oh well. Peace Spoopy. Who's ready for another bone-chilling epic adventure? That lovable scamp guy is the best hero of them all. Has gathered all of the spookiest, scariest heroes to visit a haunted house. It's the sort of place that will make your blood run cold, but don't worry, it's all just fun and games. There's certainly no imminent danger of skeletons, let alone vampires. Trick or treat! This is like, why would this, what? This ended November 14th, which meant that it was released on November 8th or 7th or whatever. Which means it was a week late. Whoops! This one shot requires mini pack 3. You guessed it! Fast! Rogue City, Infernal Relics, and Villains of the Multiverse. Okay. He's spoopy. This is... Ooh. Ooh. This is Challenge Spite Agent of Gloom, which means we're fighting Gloomweaver afterwards. But with Dark Conductor Argent Adept, Night Mist, Wraith, Dark Visionary, and Santa guys in the thingy. This place. The place. That place. That place. Court of Blood. Nice shadow there. Attend! I shall set the tempo for this conflict. Move to my beat, and there will be victory. Fail to do so, and you will dance macabre. Alright. Dark Conductor Argent Adept has Rhapsody of Vigor, 2 Vernal Sonatas, and a Zeus Bell. Night Mist has a Master of Magic, a Mistbound, and Oblivion, and a Planar Banishment. Wraith has a Grappling Hook, Stun Bolt, and 2 Throat Jabs. Dark Visionary has a Prophetic Vision, a Suggestion, Twist the Ether, and Rest the Mind. Santa Guys has Blatant Reference, Gimmicky Character, Retcon, and Total Beefcake. So, all 5 drug cards from the villain deck are put face down in the villain play area. The safe house card is put into play. The villain deck is shuffled. At the start of the villain turn, if there are 5 cards under the safe house, Spite flips. If not, flip a face down villain card face up. Whenever a Lab Raid would enter play, instead it is discarded and Spite deals each hero target 2 melee damage. At the end of the villain turn, Spite deals the hero target with the highest HP 5 infernal damage. If there are more drug cards under the safe house than face up drug cards, a drug card is flipped face down. Face down villain cards are indestructible. Challenge. After Spite is defeated, he is immediately replaced by Skinwalker Gloomweaver without altering the environment or any of the heroes or hero cards. Heroes do not regain HP or draw cards. The game resumes at the start of Gloomweaver's turn. Yay! And Flipped Spite is really interesting. Increased damage dealt by Spite by 1 for each card under the safe house. Whenever a card is placed under the safe house, 1 player may draw a card. Whenever a victim is destroyed, Spite deals each hero target 1 psychic damage. Whenever a Lab Raid would enter play, instead it is discarded and Spite deals each hero target 2 melee damage. At the start of each hero turn, that player may remove a card from under the safe house and put into play. If they do, they may play a card. At the end of the villain turn, Spite deals the hero target with the lowest HP 4 melee damage. Face down villain cards are still indestructible. So, yeah. Unlike normal spite, flipped spite, you don't always fight. And one of my biggest issues with this is that based on how this is read and how it is implemented, it is impossible to ever flip a face-up drug card with 3 heroes. It is impossible. Because end of turn 1, he will always flip a face-down villain card face-up, because... Or, sorry, at the start of the first turn, he will always flip a face-down villain card face-up. So we always start with the drug, right? End of the villain turn, there's only, you know, 0 cards under the safe house, 1 face-up drug card, so he's not flipping a drug face-down. Excellent. Turn 2. If there are 3 cards under the safe house, then H equals 3, he flips. So he doesn't flip if there are 2 or 1 or 0, he flips if there's 3 or more. But if he doesn't flip, then there's at most 2 cards under the safe house. He's flipped the face down villain card face up, so there's 2 drugs in play, 2 cards under the safe house. You can never flip a drug face down. Possible with Omnitron, Rogue Knife, and Old Legacy. No, the issue is not that there aren't enough victims to play. The issue is that that clause will never work because he will have either flipped to the other side or there aren't enough victims under the safe house. In this game with 5 cards, like 5 H equals 5, this is very doable. And we might try for it depending on what victims we find. It's very dependent on like getting the victims that say cards enter play. This one is not one of them. This drug is the worst one. Or destroying the lost child. Whoops. This one also doesn't work. We need the one that say cards enter play. I guess we could get it with Arch and Adept though, right? Because reveal the top card of any 2 decks. We can get more victims. I don't think we're ever gonna get. Well, we could get 5, depending on the order of things. But currently, we will only be able to get 1 victim in the safe house. We do want to try for 3 victims so that we could flip a drug face. We do have this issue though. Whenever we use a power, we're dealt 2 toxic damage and discard 5 cards. But it is what it is. Who wants to discard 3 cards though? Visionary. Ooh, we could suggest a victim. That would actually be pretty good. That'd make things nicer. I mean, obviously it doesn't help us turn, but suggestion is okay. Twist the Ether is great on Spite. Rest the Mind's not useful. You don't really. I guess we wait to see if we can even get like 3 cards under the safe house by Guys' turn. Can always just have Guys cards. Song or instrument? Rhapsody of Vigor is not great, especially when I'm being dealt 2 toxic damage whenever I use a power. Well, it'll eventually be 1 until he gets the +1. I'm gonna do the instrument. I want to reveal Spite. And then who? We could do Visionary in case there's another deck manipulation thing. Because we don't have any of your copies of Precognition. It's a 1 in 12 chance that we get one of those. Otherwise, we could like set up Wraith better or something. Assuming that we don't get a victim then. Well, forced entry is definitely not it. No. No. Forced entry is the worst. So this is 1 on top, 2 on the bottom. Normally this card would be here, wouldn't it? Why is this not here? Deals each non-vampire target. Vampire with the highest deals damage. And then just Oculus. Well, obviously it's not Dorothea, so is it infecting an air which does nothing, or Matron Airzy which does nothing, but either of these eventually do something? I go with Matron Airzy. Dorothea on the very bottom. Mistbound doesn't stop the drugs from flipping, so it's kind of bad. You could throat jab him. Stun Bolt's probably better. Stun Bolt plus Twist the Ether. Although we probably want to suggest the Lost Child to get more victims. You don't always need to flip this version of Spite, but if we can get him flipped with not 5 drugs in play, that would be so nice. Kind of what I always want to try to do is to flip him with less than 5 drugs, because then he's a lot easier. I guess we could throat jab, and then I don't have to twist the ether this turn, so I do suggestion. And then next turn I do stun bolt plus twist the ether. I don't want to misbound because we want him to play victims right now. Yeah, the turn that he flips is kind of brutal because he has 5 cards under the safe house, so we'll have increased damage by 5. And he also deals 9 damage, or he deals end of turn damage, which is 9. And then the drugs that, you know, he has 1 that deals damage at the end of turn, right? But if we throat jab him, then it doesn't matter. But yeah, it is definitely, like, flipping him is definitely super risky the turn that you do it. But once he's flipped, you can then play around the victim mechanic, which is really interesting. You get extra draws and plays every turn, basically. Which is why I kind of like the flip side, but it is definitely risky, and if there are 5 drugs in play, it's kind of really not worth. So if we're not getting 3 victims under the safe house this turn, we have to get 4 under the safe house the next turn? And we haven't found the victims that say play the top card of the villain deck. It's annoying. Okay, well, I'm gonna do Master of Magic. I don't know that I want to be dealt 4, though, to draw 2. Yep. I think I do this. The environment's not doing anything, so this prevents or reduces Spite's next damage thing. Obviously, I discard cards as the result. Did I discard anything I really wanted? No impromptu inventions. I lost an infrared eyepiece. So, well, yeah, visionary. I could also use base power instead of suggestion in hopes of finding a victim. Kind of annoying because he can't play more than 1 victim in a turn. I'm gonna do the opposite of what I just said I was gonna. He doesn't have drugs on top because they're all face down. No. That's not, no. That is not a victim. He's doing a lab raid thing, which means that he's dealing damage, but he's prevented from dealing damage. I could discard it. I mean, yeah, discarding it. Now I don't know what he's playing. We went from let's put a victim on top to let's take a chance. Gotta take a chance. I don't want to play any of these, do I? There's a 1 in 4 chance that we play the drug that says move cards. And it acts immediately, doesn't it? Start of turn? Chance of another lab raid? It's 0 because we found both of them. No. No, sorry, we discarded one. So there's a lab raids on the bottom. I don't think we did any deck manipulation other than that, so there's 13 cards left. So there's a 1 in 13 that there's a lab raid on top. Lab raid's actually really bad for the Good Samaritan because it doesn't count as a play. So it doesn't put the Good Samaritan under the safe house. What cards do we even have in play? If I play a card, then and I have to remove cards from hand or in play back into hand, there's not enough cards to return to hand anyway. No, there's supposed to ether. There's 4 cards. There's 3 cards in play right now, so I do play something in the event that he moves cards around. I'm gonna play the one that probably shouldn't play. Because, like, Total Beefcake would be great for later, but Blatant Reference might never be good because of damage reduction later. I don't know. Well, I drew another one, so it's fine. We have Bathory. Oh, because I discarded the top card of the environment deck. We didn't get the thing that I thought we were gonna get. Alright, I flipped this drug. We got Demon's Kiss. Hey, it's a victim. Awesome. Yay. We have to discard 6 cards to put this under. Put all of them under, that is. And we don't even know if we have enough. Well, okay, we still haven't found a good victim because we can put 2 victims into the safe house, but he's gonna put a drug face up and there will be 3 drugs and 2 victims, and so he's not flipping a drug face down. Just brutal. Vernal Sonata is not super helpful when we're discarding cards every turn, basically. And I'm not really using an instrument because I'm using this power to try to get victims into play. The accompany of this harmony is to use a power and destroy this card. It's not super exciting. What if I discard Vernal Sonata? Because it's not super helpful. I feel like I'm gonna make John mad. Because I'm performing sacrilege here. I'm discarding the card that you can't ever bring back with Vernal Sonata. Oh, the humanity. So, how many things do we still have here for you? We have 2 precogs. 1 got discarded by spite. I do what I have to do to save the innocent, yeah. What are the chances I've already made John mad? John's just sitting there going, "What did you do? What did you do?" Don't hit choose for me. How many suggestions are in the deck still? Theoretically, 2. Suggestion for Lost Child would be okay. Do this on Wraith to maybe get infrared eyepiece. We'll do Wraith this time. Good Samaritan, yes! Yes! That's the one we needed, yes! And this goes off at the start of the environment turn. Okay. So we could suggest a lost child and then have Spite play it immediately, but then it doesn't safe house. But like, it's never gonna be put into the safe house immediately anyway. You don't discard cards, never. And you just skip. You could draw to. Don't misbound. Oh, I can't put the child in the safe house because Spite can't deal damage. Well, okay, but it's gonna expire by Wraith's turn. So yeah, it will enter play on the environment turn, but the fact is that this won't work until you know, start of a hero turn. So we can get 3 cards under the safe house. He won't flip. He'll flip a drug face up, and 3 drugs, 3 face down cards. We still can't flip a drug. And we definitely suggest so that the Good Samaritan does work. There is still a forced entry. We have the Good Samaritan play the victim, and then Spite proceeds to play forced entry on his own turn. That seems terrible. We can't misbound because then we can't control what Spite plays. Unless we do misbound. But then that just seems bad. I think it's just skip. Unless I want to planar banishment Bathory. 2 and 2 damage. I do have Master of Magic. I would regain 1 HP by playing it. Yeah, I have another throw jab. I'm not playing it this turn. Because we have Twist the Ether and Stun Bolt to negate the 2 damage to everyone who's not named Wraith. Is it worth planar banishing? Just for 1? Sure, whatever. Oblivion? I could destroy total beefcake. Well, since I did that, I might as well do this. Amulet. Also, who's discarding 3 cards, Wraith? I guess we had Grappling Hook to destroy stuff. Full Divergence doesn't really work for putting cards on top. I guess it controls Night Mist. That's interesting. Use this so that we always put Mist Form on top. So there's always a 2 on top. That's interesting. Swear to God, Spite. If you proceed to play forced entry after all this, I'm gonna be mad. Infernal. The problem is, what other card do I put? I guess this puts a victim into play if it gets played. Actually, if there are no victims, it doesn't actually... It's not that bad. Ooh, what if that gets me a Samaritan? Ooh. And then he plays forced entry. So I shouldn't have selected Lost Child, is what I'm thinking now, but whatever, we'll do that. Environment? Guess I'm doing environment. Infernal. I don't want to manipulate Spite because we already manipulated Spite, and I could only move cards around, really. Like, I mean, I could only change, like, we already know what's on the top. And I can't, like, move what's second from the top. I can only put it on the bottom. I mean, we can control Spite's damage. This makes Night Mist hit herself harder. That's interesting. Targets cannot deal radiant damage. Actually, okay, this. We did it. Spite can't deal radiant damage now. Okay. Yeah. I just realized I just made that connection. Another suggestion. Okay. I guess I again play a card so that Spite will take it if he flips that drug. I'm mainly playing this not to discard cards for it. Pretty sure. Playing it. Yes. Wait. Oh no, that kills the Samaritan. That was dumb. I could have had 3 cards into the safe house, and instead I did that. Because for some reason I thought that was fine, but no, it's not fine. I was like, why are we drawing cards? But it's because of potential sidekick. Yeah, so I screwed that up, by the way. Targets cannot deal radiant. Targets cannot deal radiant damage. Now targets can deal radiant damage. I think I should just do it this turn. Mind Fire destroys environments. We still haven't gotten the one that moves equipments and ongoings back to hand, which is pretty good. That's really... Honestly, that's the worst one of the bunch, I think. Because it really prohibits setup. Also, we're never flipping a drug, ever. At this point. Because if we have 5 cards into the safe house, Spite flips. And then this clause doesn't work. If there are 4 cards into the safe house, he doesn't flip, but then he flips a face down villain card face up. So there'll be 4 drugs in play. And so at the end of the villain turn, 4 cards into the safe house, 4 face up drugs. He will never flip a drug face down. So, yep. We're past our opportunity for that. But we could potentially have 5 drugs or 5 cards this turn. I suggest a Good Samaritan. Good Samaritan plays Good Samaritan. Good Samaritan doesn't play Destroy Victim card or Forced Entry or literally anything. We could also potentially find a card on top. That'd be really good. And this is also the turn to Throat Jab, by the way, except I discarded. Shit! I discarded. No! Well, that sucks. I have Vernal Sonata. No, I discarded all of them. You guys might be able to do something. Guys is playing total beefcake so he doesn't take a million damage from spite. Retcon? What can I retcon? You can't destroy drugs. They're not ongoings. And even if they were, they're indestructible. Boo! I also need someone to discard 3 cards for potential sidekick. Not gonna be Arch and Adept, I'm pretty sure. I can't destroy the victims, they're not ongoings. Look at me, I'm the victim, or sorry, I'm the villain. I'm also the victim now. So aren't these victims like actually dead, right? Like the Good Samaritan actually died to spite. The only one that actually survived is Thiago, I think. And I feel like in Sentinel Tactics, which doesn't exist anymore, but in Sentinel Tactics, he became a hero. You believe both kids made it, yeah. I guess killing kids would be bad. This girl survived, yay. Or innocent bystander, though. Could I destroy them with Sadistic Dissonant? Well... Destroy any one card in play other than a character card. Like, yes, but this card is indestructible, so no. And the face down cards are indestructible as well, but even if they were destructible, the card entering the trash puts it into play instead. Oh, the victims? Yeah. Okay, fair enough. I can destroy victims because they are a card and they're not indestructible. So I can destroy the victims myself if I really, really wanted. You think one version of him became the new Ra? Yeah, that sounds familiar, actually. I was thinking more along the lines of Legacy because of this art, but yeah, I think he does become the new Ra. I'm thinking about this from the letters page from like 2018 or something, back when I still listened to the letters page. I listened to it for a year. The main problem is I couldn't focus on it because I was listening to it during my commute, and eventually I just realized I wasn't really paying attention to it because when I drive, I'm more thinking about other things. I'm not thinking about what I'm listening to, which is... Another of him got killed by Oblivion, but returned as Muerto, and Muerto became Ra. We died. He died. So basically he died. Unfortunate. Oh, man. So I kind of want to get... Wait. If I have a player play a card, does that do something really good here? I don't think so, because I do want to use my power, but I could do the accompany on this to use the power still. So is there a play that I want? Suggestion? Ooh. But then I'm suggesting the Good Samaritan anyway, which we want Good Samaritan to play Good Samaritan. Can I get Visionary to use her power? Because if I can control the top of the deck and I know what's there, and then I play Suggestion, then I know the top 2 cards of the deck, and that makes Good Samaritan really safe. The problem is... Wait, no, I can, right? Because I don't actually need to reveal the top 2 cards. Or, sorry, I don't need to reveal the top card of 2 decks. I do Inspiring Supertonic, but I can't actually. I can't play both of these cards. For some reason, I thought I could. I can't. I screwed up. Screwed up, actually, but... I can play Inspiring Supertonic, but I can't activate the Perform on it. Or I play, you know, the other instrument, the harp or the lyra, but then I don't have Inspiring Supertonic. I could have Visionary play Suggestion now. Yeah, but I'm trying to get her to use her power first. Because if I do Suggestion, then her power, then I only have the top card of the deck known. But if I do base power and then Suggestion, then I have the top 2 cards of the deck known. Because like this makes me know what's on top. But this puts a card on top, which means that I would know what the top 2 cards are. But if I do this and I put a card on top and then I look at the top 2 cards and put one on top and one on bottom, this includes the card I just put on top, if I do it in that order. Just put back 2 victims. There's only one. Only one victim here. But I also can't put 2 victims on top anyway, because it's one on top and one on bottom. Yes, that's right. 1 victim's a top and 1 victim's a bottom. I mean, let's not go there. That sounds bad. So... I could, okay. This doesn't work. Wait, does it work? It could work. Can it work? I don't know. I conjure the harp. Activate the Perform. I play Inspiring Supertonic. I use a power. I use... Wait. Yeah, I conjure... Wait, no. What? No. No, it doesn't work. Wait, can it work? I don't know what I had a line of thought, and I don't think it works. I play Conjure, I get the harp, I draw a card. If that card is a Conjuration or the Lyra, it works. I use the harp, I do the Perform, I play the Lyra, I use a power, I use the Lyra, I play Inspiring Supertonic, I use the power. No, I don't have enough powers. Also, the Lyra or whatever, the Lyra doesn't actually perform the accompany of the rhythm or the harmony. That word. I'm just gonna conjure. My deck has 2 instrument cards. Can we cheat here? Well, I have a face down instrument is what that means, because this says I have 2 instrument cards in my deck, but this says I have 3 instrument cards in my deck. So if the harp is in my... if the harp is face down right now, I'm also pretty sad. Oh look, the harp is face down! The harp is face down, guys! The harp is face down! See, the problem is... Oh ho no, some of these cards are face down in your play area, ready to be flipped. Which ones? Only Santa knows, and Santa ain't telling. Damn you guys, hey! I'm with you on that. Guys, he's the hero I despise. Alright, well, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do it anyway. Since we can't actually control Spite as well as I would have liked. We don't have another, not decoy, we don't have another Twisted Ether, it's in the trash. So Wraith again. When this card enters play, destroy a victim card. Well, it's good that we're not playing that card. Lateral damage is gone. That's 1 less destroy a victim card. There's still Elaborate, right? we put Elaborate on the bottom. There's one more in the top 9 cards. There's also On the Prowl and Forced Entry and Collateral Damage. So that's pretty bad. Basically, we have to have Good Samaritan play Innocent Bystander. Or Good Samaritan. There's another one in the deck. I shuffled Spite's deck just now? No, Spite shuffled my deck. Oh? No, I didn't. This doesn't shuffle the deck, it just reveals the top card. Spite shuffled my deck. Because the card says... Or not even shuffled, sorry, discard the top 5 cards. You're making me question everything, but no. I could discard the top card of every deck. We could do that after Infrared Eyepiece if it's bad, but we can't actually, because... Ooh, but I can do Infrared Eyepiece. Okay, I have Infrared Eyepiece, so this still works. I do Infrared Eyepiece and Suggestion, and then we flip Spite. Okay. Cool. So I don't need to play a card here. Unless there's someone to high five for some reason. I'm sorry, it's not even playing a card, it's discard a card to deal damage, but I don't need to deal the damage. Do you do things? We want Amulet so that we can redirect Spite's million damage next turn. We do need someone to discard for potential sidekick. Rest of the Mind's not gonna work because the environment's always in a state of destruction. It could just be Visionary. Be nice if she could Cocoon, but we need that Suggestion. I'm gonna keep Night Mist's cards because they're fuel for Amulet. I think I want to take this damage. Yeah, Rest of the Mind can't be used on Spite, which is why I was only talking about the environment. I can't use it on the environment because the environment will always be destroyed by Mindfire, and I can't use this on Spite. So yeah, I can only ever rest nobody because there's. I could rest the. I could rest the Decoy Projection. If I really wanted, I guess. I'm not stun bolting if I do this, but this is still more important. Okay. Well, the good news is the top 2 cards were victims, so I had nothing to worry about. There's a Good Samaritan on top. Just undo. No! That's cheating! It's not cheating. It's a feature. Okay, so Good Samaritan on top. So Good Samaritan reveals Good Samaritan, plays the Good Samaritan. Good Samaritan reveals the Innocent Bystander, plays the Innocent Bystander. We have 5 cards under the safe house and Spite flips. Alright. That's step 1 of our master plan. So he doesn't have the +1 damage drug. He doesn't have the return 3 cards from play to your hand drug. And I think there's another effect in there I'm forgetting. I think the +1 damage goes alongside the return cards to hand. So what's the 5th drug? Oh, the reduced damage to Spite Truck. He's not having a reduced first damage by 3. And that's really good. That means that he's not tanky. And he's not hard hitting either. And Court of Blood. Reveal the Infernal thing? No? Hunter Philipet is at least not bad. Drudge Vico doesn't do anything. I guess I didn't have to use the power because I took a damage, but it's okay. Total Beefcake. Do we have a throat jab in here? No. And by here, I mean here. Because 2 of these cards are face down. Smoke Bombs could be good, though. Could redirect Night Mist's damage. Guess that could be bad still. Maybe it could be good with all the damage that's going around. We could flip Visionary for a telekinetic cocoon, but we don't have one. Do projection for safety. Flip the harp. Could flip the harp. Harp. We know it's there. Exactly. Oh my god, it's the harp! And a conjuration. So the other one that's really nice is the Lyra. I guess Argent Depth's going to use 1,000,000 powers and be dealt 1,000,000 damage by Spite, potentially. You have to be careful. Oh. I didn't even realize Total Beefcake was going off. I was like, why is this asking me again? I could have made it +1. We could have had him at 87. It's okay. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. This is not a point of the game where we lose if we don't do extra damage. Let's play a card. Oh my god, it's the Good Samaritan! Alright, let's play a card. Oh my god, it's the Innocent Bystander! Oh my god, it's Hunter Philippe! Spite flips! The Lost Child. Okay. So this is where we do Amulet. This is gonna be painful. I don't have smoke bombs for this, so it's just what it is. Let's assume that radiant damage is a thing. It's only 5, it's not that bad. Oh, this is the beefcake, but it was hitting Hunter Philippe anyway. Oh, he's doing this too. Yay! Could we have killed Hunter Philippe? I guess he was still gonna deal this damage. Throat jab would have been so nice. Why'd I discard it? Only I knew then what I know now. Okay. So whenever at the start of each turn, the player may remove a card from out of the safe house and put it in play. If they do, they may play a card. Oh. So obviously we do this. I don't think we're using powers this turn. I think is what we're kind of saying. You know, I probably could have played Forced Entry. No, I couldn't have. I could have gotten Forced Entry to get the victims out and then Spite doesn't do a million damage, but I think that was too tricky because we had very specific deck manipulation. But we're definitely not using powers. I could try to do a million throat jabs, but they expire too quickly. It's 2 damage, increased by 4 is 6, and we have a Twist Ether, so it's 5 right now, so 1 throat jab is 4. Actually, I can't even do a million throat jabs because I can only have 1 power throw to Wraith. Our point is nice. I also don't know what's here. I'm guaranteed an inventive preparation from that. Yeah, throw a jab. I'm gonna play Arcane Cadence. But put counterpoint on top. The distic in hand. And I don't really care about the others. Types go in the trash. Then I'm gonna play both of these. What's gonna happen? So one goes in my hand. That one on top, that on bottom, that in trash. Play the bulwark. I'm not gonna put cards under the safe house right now. Play that one and then not use a power. Okay. Get an extra play. Again, we don't want you to use a power. Mistbounding Spite is okay. I think a lot of these are actually fine because I guess Lab Raid's the worst because it will hit Wraith. But like, the victims we're gonna destroy are the Lost Child because we're not gonna take the damage. This is where I start turning into a terrible person because Lost Child is the worst. Innocent Bystander is the best because it will basically pay for itself between potential sidekick and putting a card under the safe house. Let's just Mistbound. This regains hit point anyway. Night Mist could... Oh. Wait. Oh, wait. Did I not put a victim into play? Oh, I did. Wait. Oh, no. Okay. I played Star Shield and I played Mistbound. Okay. I was thinking of playing Tome. Is why I got confused, but no. So I was thinking if I played Tome, then I could have Night Mist use the power because she can redirect Spite's damage and still take the million damage. But now I can't. I skip. And that is a perfectly good card to discard because that gives me 4 hit points. And we do want Wraith to play Stun Bolt, or use Stun Bolt. So you're gonna play Razor Ordnance? I guess you don't have to play, but you're playing. Deal with it, playing. So she takes 2 damage, I think. 3 damage. Just kidding. Nemesis is what I forgot about. 2 + 2 + 1 - 2. Okay. You don't really need the play, but we also don't want Spite to have 1,000,000 damage. You could just Cocoon. It'd be the safest Cocoon of all time because nothing can destroy that Cocoon. That plays extra cards. That doesn't do anything. That doesn't do anything. For some reason, I thought I was getting extra card draws from that, but that's because that's Night Mist's version that's extra card draws. This one? Yeah. It does not have ongoing destruction / removal anymore, because they're one of these 2 cards. And he's not flipping them anymore. Those guys want extra... Oh, yes. Where did I leave that? I did not get what I was looking for because I did not get Little Beefcake. Ooh. I guess I could steal Stun Bolt. That's an interesting thought.
Good.
I said yes instead of no. Whoops. So now here's the thing where I discard 3 cards to put a card under the safe house, and when I do that, I draw a card. I give that draw to Argent Adept. Or do I? I guess it doesn't really matter. I could be a Master of Magic, but that doesn't do anything. That's not going to do anything this game either. Guess you can play Look What I Found. Two of these cards are face down. This is a bad turn for Impromptu Invention now. We just do pres. We don't want to do this. I mean, we can't do it anyway because you can't play cards. We draw 2 cards off of the Sidekick. Yeah, this is kind of sad that Wraith's dying. Because Spite's hitting the lowest person, making them thereby lowester. Demoralization plus Cocoon is guaranteed win. Oh boy. I'm gonna automate that. Wraith is slowly dying to this. I guess if Spite didn't have the +1, she wouldn't have taken that point of damage, but he's still taking the 4 from Spite's end of turn. Go into play. I get to play a card. Ooh, smoke bombs. That saves her. That saves her so hard. Oh my god. Smoke bombs, and then I also do a -1 on the highest HP hero. Be nice if Visionary was highest HP. That's not currently. I guess it could happen if we hit guys a bunch. I think we also have to be worried about the environment potentially dealing damage to Wraith. You have 1 card in your deck, and it's an equipment card. So it's not Suture Self. Suture Self is face down. And you have 2 of those cards as well. Let's see, I have 2 plays. The environment does not have ongoing destruction. The environment could kill Wraith in a variety of ways. Like, Arena kills her. Just immediately. But we're gonna have guys flip Wraith's presence so that she gets the Suture Self, and with smoke bombs, Wraith can't be hit by Spite. And that damage redirects to guys. Well, oh yeah, I'm that guy, the Cocoon. That is a way of dealing with it, I suppose. We have Inventive Preparation in play. Subdominant we could play so that we could destroy 1 copy of it. Therabands aren't going to do anything. Syncopated for extra damage someday, maybe. Sure. Also have to discard 3 cards for the Innocent Bystander. So these are the useless ones. Draw on Night Mist. Visionary can't play cards right now. I also want the Super Tonic. So I can actually do millions of powers this turn. Alright, so what do we want off this? Play smoke bombs now. It's not gonna do anything. Just I could play Mega Computer, and then the environment's less of a hassle. Sure. Basically, we're just always going to be doing reduce 1. We're not always. That damage is actually going through, by the way. Okay. Reason I thought that was going to be 0. Interesting. If I do grappling hook and then impromptu invention, then my deck reshuffles. I could grappling hook the telekinetic pose. Oh no. To be fair, I don't have to keep putting cards under the safe house. I don't have to do the extra card play stuff. We could just empty it out. Argent Adept did not lose any HP that turn, though. I think. Did he? He probably did. I think he took 3, but regained 2, so yeah, he did. Do you need to play extra cards? You're playing Tome? Fourth? Thing in here you really want? I feel like you don't really need the card plays. You could play Tome and a spell to regain hit points. You could just Mistfield Recovery, I suppose, but then you don't get cards. Plus, that's not a spell, but you would regain hit points shuffling someone's trash into their deck. Say Wraith. I'm not gonna do this turn then. I'm gonna do this so I don't hit myself, and then I could do this. And this one will be increased by 1. Yay! I missed is totally fine. You would like the extra card play, wouldn't you? If I can play Stun Bolt twice, I would be really happy. Please draw Stun Bolt or Impromptu or something. Utility Belt, perfect. That's also the one I wanted. So I play Stun Bolt, or I put it into play, and then I play Utility Belt. I have 2 Stun Bolts every turn and a Smoke Bombs. I don't want to discard 3 though. So we're not putting a victim into the safe house, so Visionary's not getting an extra play, and she's just gonna have to accept that. But 2 stun bolts every turn, plus the Twist to Ether is -3, so even with a card under the safe house, he's dealing 0. Alright, what you got, Spite? Forced entry or Lab Raid? Lab Raid's dealing 0 now. And it also makes your other drug not work. Well, actually it doesn't work because, right, you're not playing the card, it's getting discarded. So. Yeah, I could have the stun bolts hit him. Yeah. Need extra plays? No. That guy doesn't really do much. Do these do anything? Just skip. No. Flip the Wraith Presence, though. I guess there is a chance that we have a bad time if we accidentally do the Inventory Barrage, though. That is actually a worry. There are 2 copies of Inventory Barrage. Because if that happens, we lose the smoke bombs and then Wraith dies. Maybe I don't flip Wraith's Presence. I mean, with the Mega Computer and the smoke bombs, she's a lot safer than she used to be. I could play Selling Out, and then if the environment plays something that kills Wraith, I retcon it instead. What would kill Wraith? That doesn't do anything. This hits Wraith for 3 -1. She survives. That does nothing. That does nothing. That plays an extra vampire, or an extra card rather. It does nothing. That does 0. Does nothing. Yeah, you can still use the cards flipped by guys because the Cocoon says you cannot play cards. But this power says treat the cards if they were just put into play. And putting into play is distinct from playing. You can always put cards into play even if you cannot play cards. I think I do Selling Out and then I play Retcon. Environment card is bad. I'm gonna do this again. I don't want to like do this game because like I don't want to make this action always be set. I don't know, because like damage to Night Mist that redirects to Spite I want to be increased. Every other damage I want to be reduced, so I don't know. Well, I have no idea if I want to destroy that or not. Say yes. Because the problem is I can't see what it plays until after we're done with Selling Out. Well, the problem isn't that Spite blows it up. The problem is this is going to play a card, and that card we're worried about is Katarina going after Wraith. Which puts Wraith at 1, which is okay, but let's not do that. I can do that too. I want to hold on to that so that I could do presence and also flip on the same turn. I could just play it now. Sure. Cards. All right, we got the cocoon. We have the victory. We won the game. Your services are no longer required. Here's where people would hold tab. But that's okay because I want to make John mad again. Put every card under the safe house with Visionary. We even get the 4 damage going off? Did we? 4 smoke bombed, stun bolted, twist the ether. Yeah, I guess that was actually 0 to the guys. Did go off. Okay. So you probably want extra plate. Fortunately, you don't have a suit yourself in there. Pretty nice to try to get Wraith to play it this turn. I mean, we could still play Vernal Sonata just to get hit points on everyone. That's like the only way that most of these people are gonna regain hit points. You go into play. You Vernal Sonata. I don't think a lot of this is going to really matter, except... Oh. Your trash is empty, whoops. And actually... Visionary's trash is empty as well, nice. If there's someone who we expect to draw a card, which Arjazep actually could with Instrumental Conjuration by conjuring an instrument and drawing that card. It can't be Vernal Sonata though, but it could be like Arcane Cadence. It could be Rhapsody of Vigor. It's another way of getting heals for people. Wraith, if we want her to draw a card, would probably get Impromptu Invention. We could Threat Jab. Threat Jab in here? No. A lot of these are actually not the greatest. And guys, the thing he puts on top is either drawn or put under the tree. Oh, he's flipping a present this turn, is Smoke Bomb's already in play. That's why Wraith didn't die this round. Okay, now my flay face. Now my power face. Wraith had a -1. Wraith was only ever going to take 1 from Katarina, I just realized. I was overreacting for no reason. I'll select Night Mist. That she can hit herself. Draw cards. Seems okay. We're not going to redirect damage despite this turn, I think. Then I do this weird thing. Impromptu Invention, which draws... Oh my god, Impromptu Invention! Now the environment is entirely neutered. Doesn't really matter as much. The environment's even more neutered. A lot of my cards are limited and are already in play. Nice. Your deck now has relics. There's a spell. Yeah, Gloomweaver, there's still a second half of this fight and we're not there yet. But Gloomweaver is not going to be a problem either. Gloomweaver also has the problem that they can't destroy ongoing cards reliably. I guess Spite technically does have the counter for that, it's just not in play. We prevented it from entering play. Turns out Spite with only 3 drugs in play is a lot more manageable than Spite with all 5 drugs. I put the Psychic under the house? Why did I do that? That seems wrong. Do you even need to play anything? He does Lash, I suppose. Elder Ring? Now that we gave you a -1 to yourself, Elder Ring. I mean, it doesn't matter because the Psychic is back, but like, you definitely don't want to put the Psychic under the safe house before Spite's turn because you want to draw cards off of him. Oh. You can only play 1 card. Ooh. Sure. It is 3 damage. Let's keep it because I can use that to get relics back later. Enlightenment? Sure. See if we can get another Twist to Ether. Nope. Misform. I think we're past the point where card plays matter. At least if we had like one shots, it would be different, but we don't. We have stuff that's already in play. Infernal. Throat jab. And I don't think you care about extra plays. Yay! I'm just gonna cocoon so that I don't have to click on power here. Argent Adept maybe still wants card plays. Conjuration Rhapsody? Sure. Gonna flip presents somewhere probably. Yay! My deck has no cards. My trash has no cards. Awkward. Oh, because Pipes is there. That's why. So Pipes doesn't go in my hand. Flare in my hand. Conjure on top. Saraband bottom, Pipes trash. Mm-hmm. I think I want to conjure. So Sonata hand. Not a top. Arcane bottom. Trash. Sure. Sonata in the trash. We're past the point where we want to make John mad. We're gonna slowly regain hit points. Hey, it's a Vernal Sonata. Nice. That was played from presence. Yay! All my instruments are in play now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, they are. Basically, this card is just gonna be immediately discarded. Is what this is gonna be. Do we have any other presents left? No. I'll put Arcane Cadence on top to assert dominance. This does matter because we could reveal the top card of the deck and do something with that. So maybe a 4? That 4? Do you have card draw? Just gonna be card. Hey, at least it's an inventory barrage. That means that it's less likely that there's one face down. But still. Probably got put face down after we were worried about it. Guys is gonna lose this card immediately. I can do that too. Aha! So Katarina was gonna be played from that card, by the way. Because that was the top card. But since then, we put 2 more mega computers into play, so it completely made her deal 0 damage. Also, I was like, hey, this card's gonna be immediately discarded. Actually, Spice card immediately got discarded, yep. But the other cards are getting drawn right now. Because I forgot the potential sidekick is here. Oh no, it's a Labrade. Okay, so here's where I'm just gonna do this turn. I'll hold tab down. That redirected. Got dealt 1 damage. And he had Gritty Reboot in play? When did that happen? Did I play that? I played that? What? You played that. You can do that? Okay. You want plays. So, Vernal Sonata for the rest of my life? Guess I need to get the Rhapsody in play. I'll just play this one. And you have it. I must want to play cards. And Mistform. I could do that too. Fortunately, that's like not protective. So let's just stop that. Honestly, let's just get all the things. Oh yeah, there's only 2 cards in here. Right, that doesn't actually do what I thought it would do. One goes in my hand and one goes on top of my deck. Great. Whoops. For some reason I thought I was gonna put cards from my trash into my hand. Turns out it doesn't work like that. Also, turns out I could have known it doesn't work like that if I had actually, like, paid attention. But that requires paying attention, which I was not paying attention. So, hit points. Because I do Scherzo, I don't think I care about cards. Running out of things to do. Oh, then I used the horn, which was the wrong one. Put it on the pipes. Oh well. Oh, we have another ether. But you're cocooned. No! 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 I wanted to twist Night Mist Ether so I could Oblivion and not care. We put a 4 on top, right? Trust me. Important. Alright. I'm just gonna... Forever gonna bother trying to redirect damage to Spite at this point. Especially with double throat jab. Or double stumble. These guys are already in play. Oh, it's already in play. Ah! He throat jabbed. Since you're throat jabbed, I don't need a stun bolt this turn, so I'll just raise our ordnance. Then I can throwing knives. Trust me, it's important. We do have to make sure that Guys doesn't go below Wraith in HP, otherwise we don't have smoke bombs anymore on Wraith. Then again, if Guys is lower, then we still have smoke bombs. Yeah. It's not Wraith exclusive is the thing. Alright, Spite. Lost Child or on the prowl? Let's take the Lost Child back. Probably should have put something for Argent Adept to play. It's fine. We have Twist Ether on Night Mist. Nice. Alright. Some fun. Elden Ring's already in play. 3. How does Guys' power interact with limited ongoings? If it's a limited card, it's already in play, it gets discarded. and got discarded. It's a 3? Three cards? I missed. Doesn't matter if it's revealed twice or not. If it's already in play, it can't enter play. Cards from that deck cannot be played. Yeah, the first one that's revealed, if it's not already in play, it enters play, but then subsequent ones... don't get played. They go into the trash. It does get changed in Definitive Edition. In Definitive Edition, if a limited card would enter play by an effect, it instead gets put into your hand. Yeah, it's not going to change for you until Definitive Edition Digital comes out, which has not been announced. Hey, we saved time with Throat Jab. Okay. Let's just do this. We are pretty healthy for the Gloomweaver fight. Just gonna get discarded. I guess I could draw it. This could be revealed for effects. I can do that too. Want to activate the accompany of the rhythm? Wraith almost died. And now she's back at 11. You know what's on top? I could just Heedless Slash that. Oh my god, it's a 4! Wait, we win. All right. Now we're with Gloomy, who's fast following with an empty trash. Good job. And a vampire, or sorry, a zombie, not a vampire. Oh no. Anyway. I was keeping planar banishment, but I forgot that Pouch of Bones is not ongoing, so let's get rid of that. Amulet. Do I bother with the Pouch of Bones, or do I just throw all damage at Gloomweaver and just move on? Just damage Gloomweaver and move on. I'm sure the game will end quickly anyway. Gloomweaver Nemesis and all. Break the pouch with Sadistic Dissonant. Ooh. I like that plan. That'll make future damage better. But to do that, I need to activate the Perform. Yeah, Form of Harmony. So I'm not gonna bounce powers around a million times. Destroy an instrument. If only I had a conjuration to bring that instrument back. Oh boy! Do I have Oblivion? Let's just give cards right to Night Mist. She lost a lot of cards. We don't have the potential sidekick anymore. Feels bad, man. Ow. That's the first damage Wraith has taken in a while. So we haven't actually read Gloomweaver's card because it just entered play. Pouch of Bones is put into play. That's why we had a Pouch of Bones. The first time a non-villain target is destroyed each turn, the top card of the villain deck is played. When Gloomweaver would be destroyed, his villain character card flips to the Rotting God side instead. At the end of the villain turn, Gloomweaver deals the non-villain target with the second lowest HP for melee damage. That bypasses smoke bombs. That's terrible. And the flip side, when flipped to the side, his max HP is 100, he's restored to 100. At the start of the villain turn, Gloomweaver deals each target 5 infernal damage. Whenever a cultist is destroyed, the top card of the villain deck is played. Whenever a target is destroyed, Gloomweaver gains 2 HP. At the end of the villain turn, Gloomweaver deals each non-hero target 3 infernal damage. So he turns super AoE at that point. But do we care? Nice thing is we're no longer dealing with Spite hitting us. We're no longer discarding 5 cards every turn. Already like almost halfway done. Turns out that when you start a game against a villain entirely set up, it's really good. Who'da thunk? Suggestion? Pouch of Bones. Should we put Pouch of Bones back into play? I think I'll just play this because it's been staring at me for a while. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! A video. Mm-hmm. Okay. Am I impersonating anyone in particular? No. It's just my sarcastic, oh no, but it doesn't really matter. Should I steal micro-targeting computer in the off chance that I get... Is it possible to get it? Blatant reference. Yeah, there's 2 copies of it. There's 6 cards. 5 cards, actually. Micro-targeting computer. Let's go. Best card ever!
Woo!
And put more presents down. Better than any other options. Did I get what I was looking for? Those cards didn't seem super exciting. Best card ever! Yeah, there it is. Yes! Yes!
Woo!
Best card ever!
Woo!
Selling out? I'm pretty sure this Gloomy River match is gonna last shorter than any other match so far tonight. That 5. Oh no! Increase infernal damage by 1. If I had to twist the ether right now, that'd be so nice. I will discard a 1-shot so that I can use 1-shots. I'm not gonna use character. I don't think there's a power I would like to use. Because puts cards into play, I guess, is okay. Hit myself for 4 to draw 2 cards. Reduce damage to myself by 2. Real top 2 cards of a deck. Put 1 on top, 1 on bottom. I guess I could flip someone else's presence. I could flip Night Mist's presence. Oh, Night Mist has 1 present. What the frickin' do? Flip Wraith's presence? There are 2 inventory barrages and 6 face down cards. But that could destroy micro-targeting computer and that would be sad. About Visionary. 7 cards? Oh my gosh. Alright, let's do Visionary. Seven cards. Recognition. Okay. Cards in play. Highest HP is Night Mist. Sure. Villain trash in the bottom of the villain deck. Oh no, I just took damage. Damage. Rest the mind on nobody. Cerebral hemorrhage. A selling out, or not a selling out, the thing that draws mass levitation, foresight, and I guess say cheese. Yeah, ask him to kindly deal radiant damage. Targets cannot deal radiant damage. I should probably clear this. And also clear that. Because he is doing self damage and we do want that to be not radiant and increased by 1. Infernal. 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 Okay. Infernal. Oh. We can't regain HP. Whoops. Whoops. I'm gonna Oblivion, so I'm gonna put a 4 on top because that's just how I roll. Kind of running out of cards. I'm just gonna have you draw again. Oh, you're playing now. Okay, fine. You're playing. Kidding. I hit the wrong button. Or to each target. Infernal. Infernal. Radiant. Radiant. The game should have sound effects like that. Oh my god. The game should have sound effects like that. Infernal. Radiant. I've been playing this for too long. We need to end this before I go any more crack. Get any more cracked? I don't know what the word is. Gloomweaver cannot heal. Yay. Infernal. I'm at max HP. If you say so. Unfortunately, I got like nothing to do here. I guess I do this. Infernal. Also, I drew Oblivion, so I drew another Oblivion. Oh my gosh! I'm not discarding because I can't regain hit points. I don't have a micro-targeting computer right now. How rude. Well, I don't want you to have your damage reduced because we just say you deal me radiant damage, so I guess that's just how it goes. I don't think we redirect for 1 damage. You shuffle your deck? Oh, no, we put your trash in the bottom. That's what happened. Because somehow I got that played forcibly without my consent. You'd think a zombie would be stronger than everything in a place ruled by vampires, but because of one little twist, he does nothing. Or Gloomweaver. I'm tempted to just put the Cursed Acolyte out. Does he die immediately? Oh, he doesn't. Do the Profane Zealot then. Whatever. Do we have a discard for it? I don't want the Profane Zealot. We don't have a discard for that. Well, that sucks. There goes all my cards.
Oh, man, the look on your face.
Woo!
Wraith can unwrap the gifts. If it is an inventory barrage, we win, right? That one. You have 7 presents, 11 cards. 2 of those are inventory barrage. I think we did see an inventory barrage in the trash at one point, or a suture. I don't know actually, but what is the probability that none of these are inventory barrage? Razor Ordnance. Sunbolt. Suit yourself. Yay! Grappling hook. But I don't want to destroy unhallowed halls. Inventory barrage, yay! Why would we be in trouble with grappling hook? We have lots of cards we can destroy that aren't unhallowed halls. Alright, so this Gloomweaver game successfully lasted 2 rounds. There's about 14 fewer rounds than Spite did. And Wraith was down to 3 at one point and is up to 13, and Archadept is at max HP, and Night Mist I think is sort of at net max HP or 1 off or something like that. And thus Wraith chucked everything and the kitchen sink on Gloomweaver, burying the monster in a mountain of trash. Yeah, that wasn't a very, The Spite game was certainly interesting, getting it started off and trying to figure out how to flip Spite with not 5 drugs in play. I think that was definitely very interesting, and we managed to pull it off. Then it was just monotony, which is really Spite's biggest problem, is monotony. I mean, unless you're playing with a team of heroes that don't prevent or reduce damage by any means, then it becomes a big damage race. But the irony is that Spite's nemesis is Wraith, and Wraith has very powerful damage prevention measures, or reduction measures, not prevention. But obviously the combo of Wraith and Visionary allows us to really hamper Spite's damage dealing potential. Wraith did almost die. We got pretty lucky with that. But once we were in stasis, it was just a matter of getting us set up and dealing massive damage to Spite eventually. And Santa Guys contributed. Yay! He flipped 7 presents in 1 turn. That's my Santa Guys. And that definitely makes up for the previous game that we had. Because in that previous game, just to remind us, this was the randomized start, and Gloomweaver put out the indestructible relic that forced us to destroy cards or otherwise be dealt 5 damage, and so we were like, hey, let's just destroy our presents instead. Kind of funny, we had 2 Gloomweaver matches. But we're almost caught back up to 5 years ago. I would say next week, this is the game that we're playing, but next week is the American Thanksgiving. And I'm not streaming that day because it's a US holiday. So that's going to be the agenda for 2 weeks from now? No, because 2 weeks from now is the start of December, which means that it's going to be the monthly Oblivion match. So this is the plan for 3 weeks from now. And so we'll be catching up even more again. When we started this, we were 5 years in the past. Now we're still 5 years in the past. But that's fine, because this gives us a lot of games to get through, and it's nice for me because I don't have to think about what I want to play in particular. Thought I saw like 2 consecutive matches that were the exact same. I was just scrolling through here, but I guess it might have just been art. Maybe it was the same environment twice. I don't know. Oh, it's this. Oh. Baron Blade is up to his old tricks again, but the Freedom Five are nowhere to be found. Is up to an extreme team of radical heroes to save the day. A black cat crossed the path in front of the heroes and disappeared into the jungle. Whoa, deja vu, said Haka. What did you just say? Replied the visionary. Haka shrugged. Nothing, just had a little deja vu. It seems like something has changed. It's now challenge. It's interesting. Anyway, that is the plan for 3 weeks from now. You have some homework for me while I'm away. Find a way to kill boss from full health in 1 single attack. Haka of Battle and nothing else. There are ways of doing it, of course. But Haka of Battle is something that says increase the next damage dealt by Haka, and you don't have to deal that damage. Haka of Battle alone is not enough? Okay, Haka of Battle X3 then. I will increase my next damage by 39, and then I will increase my next damage by 39, and then I will increase my next damage by 39. So my next damage is increased by 87, and then I do Taiaha or something to do 90. All right. How will I survive long enough? The other heroes. That's what the other heroes are for. All right. That's it for tonight. We've done this for 3 hours. Definitely long enough. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed your stay. This was Dolphin's Dive. We're here every Thursday at 7 p.m. to provide you with primarily Sentinels content, occasionally Spirit Island, and maybe One Deck Dungeon will come back. It's been a while since I played it, but I haven't found a good opportunity to fit it in. Handelabra products include Sentinels of the Multiverse, Bottom of the Ninth, One Deck Dungeon, Aeon's End, and Spirit Island. They're all available on Steam, iOS, and Android devices. One Deck Dungeon is also available on Switch, and Sentinels of Earth Prime is in active development. Follow us at Handelabra Games on Twitch or Handelabra on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Follow me personally at Logic Dolphin on Twitch, Discord, YouTube, or pretty much any avenue. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys next week. Have a good night.